My name is Johnny Gaignard, 21 years old. Nice, kind person. Growing up, everything was good at first, up until I turned 8. And that's when it seemed like everything went downhill. June of 97, 96 or 97, my father committed suicide. It's like after that, nothing ever went right for me. Well, that's what it seemed like. Always getting into trouble, in and out of group homes left and right, skipping school. I missed 162 days out of a school year, and it's only like 180 something. I was skipping school for no reason. I always used to hang around with my cousin every day. Every time you see me with him. And most of the time, we was always thinking negative. For 2 years after my father committed suicide, I tried to commit suicide myself. Now that I'm older, I realize that my father wanted me to live, especially to see me do better, especially to be a better man than he was. I mean, I forgive him for what he did, but it's like, I'm still a little mad at him. My mother was always there for me. But me being young and dumb, I couldn't see that, And I was always acting out. I got 6 siblings that lived in a household with me growing up. I wanted all the attention to myself. I was being selfish. And as you get older, you realize it's not about being selfish, it's about sharing. My first incident with the law was when I was with my cousin and his friend. We was on a highway, we was standing next to a highway, throwing rocks at cars while he was coming off the highway. The police came and my cousin's friend took the whole blame for it. I was scared because I thought I was going to jail. Shortly after that, it was my first incident in a group home, I mean, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie, I was crying. When the court told me that I had to do 30 days in a group home, man, especially being away from my mother and my family, even though it was only 30 days, it seemed like I was gone from my family forever. Right after I got out of there, went right back to the same thing, skipping school, still getting into trouble. I hate to admit it, but I felt like I was getting used to being locked up already at a young age. And I was only, about 13. Maybe 3 years after is around the time where I committed my first robbery, armed robbery. I ran into a house, stole some property with my cousin, and left. About 3-4 months after, they finally caught up with me and my cousin. Locked us both up. Ended up doing 3.5 years for a stupid mistake, something that I could have prevented. I can't change the past now, and I regret doing everything that I did. Right now, I got my mind on a straight path, but back then I didn't. I thought about my father a lot before when I was doing all the bad things I was doing when I was out here. But then it's like that seemed like slipped in the back of my mind, and I just forgot everything. And then once I got locked up, I seen a lot of old timers. They was sitting there telling me, "You look like you got a good head on your shoulders. Your family loves you. Like when my mother was sending me letters and stuff, and it's like your mother loves you, and why are you out here doing these things?" A lot of that stuff got me thinking. I'm not gonna go home and continue doing what I was doing before I got locked up. I'm gonna go home and keep myself on a steady path and straighten up my act, better myself. Not just for me, but for my son. That was all I kept thinking about the whole time I was there. It took me about 1.5 years after my incarceration to realize that I needed to straighten my act if I was gonna succeed in this world. I'm mad at myself because it took me that long. But I'm also happy because now I realize what I need to do to succeed in this world. Think positive. You can't always run around here thinking negative, want to be Mr. Bad Guy all the time, want to be a thug, I mean, all this violence and stuff I be watching on TV, it really ain't cool. You're not going to get anywhere doing that. Put your mind on something positive and keep it there. You want to do this? Okay, then go do it. Don't sit there and keep trying to perpetrate something that you're not. You want to sit there and act like a gangster, then oh well, then you're gonna end up either dead or locked up. Being locked up is not a good thing. It's not impressive. It's not flashy. Saying you could, oh, I just came home. No, it's none of that. You know. Of course, everybody's gonna be happy to see you, but it's not like you having a birthday. You're just coming home from what? Prison. Now, I'm on a straight path to better myself. You know, I have a 5-year-old son. I need to better myself, not just for me, but for him too. More for him than me. If I don't, I'm just gonna end up back where I was, which is not a place where I wanna be, you know. I mean, I'm doing a lot better than I was before I got locked up. You know, I'm working, I'm still in school, and right now I'm in the process of looking for my own apartment so I can stabilize myself physically and financially. It's a lot of positive things that I have to look forward to. My freedom is everything. I refuse to give that up for anything.
Well, that's the way it is. Come on, come on. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is.